Loft House. BBC.
Radio Leeds.
Need to go back to Radio DJ School. Talking of school, a new league table for schools in the north has been published today, and there's some really good news for some schools in our area. The Northern Powerhouse Partnership has released its Fairer Schools Index. It takes into account factors like whether pupils are eligible for free school meals, long-term deprivation, ethnicity and gender as well. And according to the index, Carlton High School in Ponty is the most improved secondary school in the north of England. So to tell us why, let's have a chat to Jo Cross. Jo is head teacher at Carlton High. Hello, Jo.
Hello, Gail. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Oh, well, good.
So,
this is good news for you then.
It's fantastic news. That, like I said, I'm really proud to be the head teacher here at Carlton High School. When I joined, just to give you a bit of background, in September 2018, it was my first headship, and as you can imagine, being a first headship, it sometimes might not be easy, especially when your school's in special measures. But moving forwards, we've had 12 months, we've had the support of Pontefract Academies Trust, we've gone from special measures to Ofsted Good in 12 months. Wow. It rarely happens in education. Yeah. We're in the top 1% of most improved schools in the country for Progress 8. And then we've had this fantastic news today that we're also the most improved school in the north.
Wow.
In terms of the Fairer Schools Index. So we're all really pleased at Carlton,
I bet you are. I mean, it sounds like you've made a massive impact in a really short space of time. Like you said, that sounds very unusual. What exactly have you done?
Yeah, well, I think there's no magic ingredient, really. I've got to say, it's testament to the hard work of all our amazing staff, our students. Our students really are at the heart of everything we do, and they make Carlton really, a truly special place to be. I think it's not rocket science, really, leading schools. I'm a firm believer of just simple things done well and having really high expectations. So our ethos at Carlton is summarised with our mantra, culture plus consistency equals excellence. And put simply, this just means having, an achievement-focused culture where we don't put a ceiling on what our young students can achieve. We believe in aiming high for all our students, having an unwavering focus on their achievement and not having excuses. If students can achieve at a different school, well, of course they can achieve at Carlton. So we just constantly push our students to be the absolute best they can be, having very high standards, never compromising on our high expectations for our staff and our students, so that they thrive and achieve their absolute best.
Wow, well, you sound you sound passionate and absolutely just full of energy just talking to you, and all that definitely must filter down to the students. I'd love to know a little bit about the size of the school. How many pupils have you got there?
Yes, we take 210 per intake, so we're around 1,000 students.
Wow.
Is that a big staff?
Is that a big school?
More of a medium-sized secondary school.
And
yes.
it sounds like every single pupil there is really, really important, because one of the things I always think about, where you're talking about numbers of like 1,000 people sort of coming together every day, it must be difficult to look after every single child's needs and every single child's differences, and to make sure that there are children there, there are young people there who don't get overlooked simply because they aren't necessarily academic. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it's fair to say, and I'd like to think, for all schools, every individual counts at Carlton or any school. Like, we're here to educate students. We're really passionate about getting what's best for them. I always feel like an exceptional school is one where young people love it. They come to school not because they're told that they've got to come, but because they wouldn't want to be anywhere else. And I'm really proud at Carlton that our students wouldn't want to be anywhere else. We've got a bit of a mantra where we say, we're proud to be Carlton. We make students feel and their families part of our team, or as I like to call it, Team Carlton. We're all in it together. We're working for the best of students, and where students need more support, removing those barriers to learning to make sure every student can achieve, whether they're at the top of the game and they're aiming for grade nines and going to Cambridge University, or they're working towards a grade 4 in the GCSEs.
Wow.
Every individual really counts. And I think it's, especially over this period of time in terms of catch up, we're putting a lot of interventions, etc., in place, even more so than ever, to really ensure our students get a first class education,
Well, it
so they get
sounds
the
to
chances
me,
in life they deserve.
it sounds like, Joe, you're believing it, they're achieving it, and it sounds wonderful. But I can't imagine this year has been easy. What's the vibe at the moment with everything else that is going on in the world and all the new ways of working you've had to find?
Yeah, well, thanks for that, Gail. It's definitely a different way of working. I call it at the moment, we're living and breathing in what I refer to as bubble world. Like a lot of schools,
Yeah.
we've got bubbles, we've got not mixing with teachers and students, rigorous risk assessments in place to make sure our students and staff feel safe and well supported. We're really proud of our attendance is key in any school. Students aren't in the building, they're not going to learn. There's a clear link between attendance and academic achievement. For our authority at the moment, the attendance average is 82%. We're really proud at Carlton that it's 95.2%,
Wow.
13% higher. Like I said, students want to come. They want to come and they want to learn. And it's all around the culture. And then it's sort of additional things just to give you a flavour of what we've been up to since we started back. So things like we've got a vigorous achievement support package for our year 11s. So we have compulsory 1 hour achieve sessions after school where all our year 11s, and again, it's this culture and high expectations. There's no opt-in. 99% of our year 11 cohort are attending school for an extra 4 hours a week.
Gosh.
Staff are delivering those extra lessons. Over October half term, we had 14 different workshops, full days for our year 11s, 14 different teachers, even though we're in the middle of a pandemic, giving up the time and delivering day sessions for our students. 25% of our year 11s came in for 3 full days over October half term, and staff are so committed and having a whatever it takes attitude to giving our students the best possible deal. In terms of, I suppose, virtual learning and us all getting really used to now live lessons and being more au fait with technology. We even, for over October half term, did virtual lessons for our year 10 students to catch target kids up. So we had maths and English high five, where our English and maths specialist teachers were delivering 1 hour Monday to Friday over October half term for maths and English to give our year 10 students additional support. We've done things like year 11 virtual evening on Zoom, where we've never used Zoom at Carlton before until the lockdown, where, we had year 11 parents online explaining to them that there's nothing to worry about. Everybody's in the same situation given the current context.
Wow.
We're ahead of the curve.
Joe,
we just
honestly,
need to keep pushing and they need to be in school.
I feel like you could talk about this all day. I'm exhausted. I mean, I started off by saying that you have the most improved secondary school in the north of England, and if I was to ask you one question, it would have been, how have you done it? And from everything you said, just sounds like really, 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 really hard work and and consistent, and you just sound so full of it and absolutely passionate, and I can totally see why you've made such magnificent changes. What are you hoping for the future? Where do you go from good?
Yeah, well, definitely outstanding. I am confident that, at our next inspection, we'll be smashing out at Park in terms of Ofsted outstanding. That'll be in 3 years' time. Although this data were based on 2019, if we'd have had the 2020 results, I was confident that we would have made that same progress again in terms of our outcomes. So the next one is Ofsted outstanding, but we don't do things for Ofsted. We do things for students, and students need to be in a building I'm from a working class background. I know how important it is to get a good grade at school, and it's about giving a first-class education to all our students, regardless of background, circumstance, or ability, so that they get the grades in life they deserve and they feel confident, so that they've got lots of opportunities available to them, so they can go on to whatever path they want, along with happy staff who deliver happy results for our students. So in terms of our staff as well, it's just a big team ethos. But obviously, in a few years' time, Ofsted Outstanding would be absolutely fantastic, just to put the cherry on the cake.
Well, good luck. Good luck. It's
Thank
been
you.
wonderful talking to you. It's been great to hear everything that you've been up to. Thank you so much for your passion and your enthusiasm and your dedication there. Jo Cross, head teacher at Carlton High. Go and have a sit down now, Jo. Thank you. You take care.
Thank you, Gail.
Bye. She won't sit down. She's not going to sit down today. She's busy. She's a busy lady.